A Disney live-action film starring Dick Van Dyke with a lot of surprises? It might not be the one you're thinking of. Welcome once again to Tulgey TV, where the madness never stops. There's a new video every Tuesday, so be sure and tune in. And today's topic is a Disney live-action film starring Dick Van Dyke that has quite a few surprises for the attentive Disney fan. No, it's not Mary Poppins, nor is it even Lieutenant Robin Crusoe, USN. It's Never a Dull Moment, released in 1968. This farce about a TV actor mistaken for a mob hitman has lots of fun Dick Van Dyke antics, but a lot of other surprises too. So let's do a deep dive into Dick Van Dyke's third comedy for Walt Disney.
Move or I'll let you have it. I said move!
It's Dick Van Dyke.
And I do say Walt Disney because even though this was released 2 years after Walt's death, Walt Disney had been very involved in the development of this film and had approved it for production, including approving the final script by A.J. Crothers. In later years, A.J. pointed out that Walt was trying to broaden the horizons of his productions by not only having some stories that didn't involve children or magic, but also that had more of an adult edge. Disney style, of course. Therefore, when it actually went before the cameras in 1967, the screenwriter was not happy when some of the more sophisticated elements were toned down. And I think that's especially true in the character of Edward G. Robinson's wife. She was supposed to be his mistress. I think those couple scenes where she's talking to Dick Van Dyke after hours were originally a little more pointed than her doing shadow puppets. You can still find some of these elements, though, as when Dorothy Provine explains why the car driven by Florian crashed. But no matter what, it is a unique Walt Disney production with Walt's fingerprints all over it. So no matter what, you know you're in for a treat. So first we have something that's more of a treat than a surprise, and that comes with the TV show being filmed as the movie opens. There's a pullback to reveal that it is a TV show being shot on a soundstage, so this gives us a really fun glimpse of a soundstage on the Disney lot. Something you don't often see, unless Walt's taking you on a tour, of course. This one might be a little difficult to spot, but it's right there in plain sight, and that's the logo that's on the truck Dick Van Dyke walks past that says, the three names, Leach, Chule, and Hibbler, are references to Disney staffers. Tom Leach was the assistant to the producer on this film. John C. Chule was assistant director. And Hibbler probably refers not to Disney legend Winston Hibbler, who of course was a producer, a story artist, a director, and the narrator of the Disney True Life Adventures, but to his son Christopher, who was becoming an assistant director at this time. John C. Chule had quite a career, and for fans of the Mary Tyler Moore Show, he worked on that classic TV series. But speaking of Easter eggs, his son is the often seen character in the background at the WJM newsroom, the newsroom staffer named Pete, although he played other characters too. Richard Bachlan, and I hope I'm saying his name correctly, is one of the many mobsters seen in this heist film, and you may recognize both his face and his voice from other Disney productions. He was doing quite a bit for Disney at this time. He played one of Cesar Romero's henchmen in the Dexter Riley film, starting with The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes, but he was also the voice of M.C. Bird in Ward Kimball's Academy Award-winning Disney short, It's Tough to Be a Bird.
You know, it is not easy being a bird.
And later he went on to be the voice of another bird, Dink, in The Fox and the Hound. As mentioned, Hollywood Golden Age great Edward G. Robinson kind of sends up his very famous gangster roles in this film. So famous was Edward G. Robinson as a gangster that he's seen as a caricature in Walt Disney's Silly Symphony, Mother Goose Goes Hollywood. But aside from that, in real life, Edward G. Robinson, who was a very cultured man, he reportedly spoke 7 languages, was an art collector and a painter in real life. He had one of the most impressive private collections of art in Hollywood. Notice something familiar about the house of Joe Smooth? That's the character played by Edward G. Robinson. You might recognize this main hallway and the staircase as being from Walt Disney's The Happiest Millionaire, released in 1967. Ah, I made The Happiest Millionaire the unhappiest millionaire when I took over his house, eh? So you could say that the Biddle Mansion plays a cameo role in this film. The next Easter egg, if you will, is actually from the trailer. We hear the Goofy yell during one of Dick Van Dyke's athletic stunts. I'm kind of glad they didn't use it in the film itself, because although it's fun, it takes away a little bit from some of the films you hear it in my opinion. As in, for example, Cinderella. Since one of the main exhibits in the museum set, where a lot of the slapstick takes place in the climactic chase, is supposed to be a pop art exhibit. Comics and comic strips were sometimes incorporated into their art. So who better to provide a comic strip for this Disney film than Disney artist Floyd Gottfredson, the longtime artist and genius behind the classic Mickey Mouse comic strip. His style for this Astro Pooch comic strip, which didn't actually exist, it was made up just for this film, bears his signature, which is the first time his signature was seen since he started drawing the Mickey Mouse comic strip in the early 30s. Take a close look at the police photographer in this scene. Do you recognize the actor? It's Jerry Paris, who played the Petrie's neighbor, Jerry Helper, on The Dick Van Dyke Show. He also became a director during the run of The Dick Van Dyke Show, and in fact, is the director of this movie, undoubtedly requested to be the director by Dick Van Dyke himself. Here's another cameo. In an uncredited appearance, we have a real Disney legend in this brief scene with Edward G. Robinson. If you don't recognize the face, how about the voice?
Oh, all those calories. Oh, will you have something, Mr. Smooth?
Oh, well, I'm a cheap fat carry. Well, I can not resist. Thank you, my good man.
Oh, do go on, Mr. Smooth. You were trying to describe what Picasso means to you personally.
Is it out of Whitney? Why, I'll say Whitney put his...
That's right, it's legendary voice artist Eleanor Audley, famous for providing the voices for Lady Tremaine in Cinderella and Maleficent in Sleeping Beauty. And the very next year after this film, she became a Disney theme park legend too, by voicing Madame Leota in The Haunted Mansion, which opened in Disneyland in 1969.
And ghoulies from last Halloween, awaken the spirits with your tambourine.
So I hope you got a kick out of this closer look at one of Disney's less-known live-action films. It's not on Disney Plus for whatever reason, but you can get it on DVD. Please join me next time on Tulgeywood TV, where I share my love for the bizarre and all that is outside the ordinary realm of everyday existence. See you then!